Hello and welcome again to New Hanover County Schools High School Hoops. I'm Don Osterbo, once again joined by Chantar Waddell, and we are live from downtown Wilmington, North Carolina, and the venerable Brogdon Hall on the campus of New Hanover High School and Kenny Gaddison Court. And Chantar, you've played in this rivalry before. Laney Buccaneers versus the New Hanover Wildcats.
This is all about pride right now.
Certainly is all about pride and all about who's going to take this final championship for the girls. It's coming into this ball game at 9-1 are both Hoggart and Laney,
right.
And Hanover sitting at 7-2. And Hanover can spoil and join the party and make it a threesome here, and it could be interesting.
I like a three-way tie. I'm okay with that.
If they can get a W.
Yeah.
It was an overtime ball game the last time out. 42-41. A correction, I have to correct myself, 45-40 here at
Laney.
At Laney.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight, Laney's coming off a big victory against Hoggart.
Good game.
Past Friday night. And then another big victory against Topsail last night, where, Friday night you had Sanaya Rivers hitting the three ball in front of Sylvia Hatchell.
Oh, yeah.
And
big
they
moment.
get the overtime win. And then last night she gets 23 versus Topsail.
Did she play the fourth quarter?
I'm not even sure if she did. She probably didn't. And the starters for the Bucks have already been announced there. Number 3 senior guard Lexi Melville. Number 10 senior guard Sydney Simpson. Number 12 senior guard Jensen Edwards. Sophomore forward number 13 Dasani Boney. And rounding out Coach Ashley Berting's starting lineup is freshman forward Naya Rivers, number 22. And Coach Hilbert Simpson, in his first year as the head coach, we will no longer be able to talk about Coach Bertha Dixon right on the sideline and watch her in her animations, or lack thereof animations at time. But Coach Simpson coming in, his first year, having a good one, 15-4, 7-2 overall. And he starts number 10, senior forward Essence Newkirk. Number 11, senior guard Imani Muhammad. Number 14, senior guard Michelle Jacobs. Number 24, senior guard Azaria Fields. And rounding out the starting lineup, senior forward Elizabeth Kreiner. And, there you have it. 5 seniors starting, lots of experience on the court.
Exactly. So they should be very cohesive as a team.
And there's Elizabeth Kreiner getting the board. Jacobs inside the Essence. Essence is fouled. We'll see if that goes on Boney or Rivers.
Boney.
That's going to be Boney, Dasani Boney. That's her first, team's first. Our referees for tonight, the head guy in charge, Mr. Mike Garrix. The gentleman under the basket, Mr. Tony Addison. And out around the three-point arc, Mr. Rod Banger. Essence Newkirk. Player I've watched develop since she was a middle schooler. And Essence come a long way.
Essence is sneaky strong.
Yes. she's very long. And they got that long rebound.
Free throws will be important tonight.
Nice dump down to Elizabeth Kreiner. Piece of it by Naya Rivers. Kreiner follows it, gets a board and a bucket.
Rivers directing traffic.
Azaria Fields and Jensen Edwards, both seniors, both probably vying for player of the year. And you probably throw Naya Rivers in there, and that's Michelle Jacobs.
Oh, she traveled, yeah.
Steps out front for the High Point commit, Jensen Edwards.
High Point is a beautiful school.
And I have to give you props for a second before I forget about it. After getting educated by you last week of the Laney all-time scoring leader, Shatara Jackson, the all-time scoring leader, boys and girls, for the whole entire school.
Period. That's amazing.
You were correct. I did watch the Hall of Fame inductions, and Shatara Jackson was listed as the all-time leading scorer. Now Elizabeth Kreiner quickly up 2-0 or 4-0 for her. The Bucks stuck on 0.
That's very unlike the Bucks.
And when we're talking about Laney all-time leading scorer, we're talking about Kevin Whitted.
Exactly.
We're talking about Michael Jordan. We're talking about his son Trey Whitted. We talk about Robert Burris. The kids went on to play at Cornell.
Let me throw this one. We're talking about B.J. Donnell.
B.J. Donnell, that's right.
Yeah, she was a phenomenal player.
And Nia Rivers boots it out of bounds. Muhammad in the corner, left open, long rebound, Dasani Boney.
And she's pushing it.
Pull up, Jensen Edwards short, Jacobs with the board.
The pass. You have to make that. The Wildcats look really rested. I think that's the difference right now.
Well, and their last ball game out was the 20th of January. So they've had a long rest, short. Boney rebound, she's fouled by Kreiner. And that whereas Laney has played Friday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Right.
So in 5 days, you have 3 ball games.
And that's tough.
Dasani Boney on the year. Just about 54% from the free throw line. Misses the first.
Neither team has made a free throw yet.
Rivers the other way. Pull up at the elbow, knocks it home.
Good.
Nia Rivers averaging 14. And I believe that that point total has increased. They didn't add last night's game into the stats and max preps yet.
Okay.
So she's probably averaging about 17 after scoring 23 points last night. Ball will stay with the Wildcats. Former Laney Buck coach Sherry Tynes in attendance tonight. I do not believe we're going to see Vertha in the gym.
No, I don't think she's ready quite yet.
Nice dump down to Essence, pump fakes. Good block by Sanaya River. That's her second block.
And she's doing it effortlessly. That was a foul.
Boney fouled once again. Mr. Garrix gets the call. Azaria Fields picks up the foul. It's her first.
Nice.
Second team foul. Boney converts. Once again, Dasani Boney shooting 50%. She's 1 for 2. Boney averaging 5 points a game. Ball stolen by the Bucks up front to Nia Rivers for the bucket. She even gave it a little shake, a little rock and roll before she made the layup. Kreiner, ball's forced. Jensen Edwards will jump up and get that one.
There you go.
I was about to remove the headset and run over and
I noticed.
give Mr. Garrix a little help. Mr. Garrix was my ultimate Frisbee coach at UNCW, yes.
But that was fun.
Yeah, he's quite the player and had quite the reputation throughout the U.S. in ultimate frisbee. Those steps by Cindy Simpson.
Wow. Throughout the U.S.?
Oh yeah, he was a big-time player at ECU, and
really?
then also played. Came back and coached at UNCW, and then played a lot in the men's club divisions throughout. You know,
that's pretty
very
cool.
competitive. Rivers with the board makes it look too easy.
Right?
Errant pass.
It's not what they want. Laney always warms up when it comes to New Hanover. I'm not sure why.
It might be since they've been playing since '76. Sophomore number 12 Montasia Sutton in the ball game right now for the Wildcats, and then down low number 33 Tasha McLucas. The correction, that's 33 Willow Bannister. Montasia Sutton. I called a middle school game on the PA. Montasia Sutton had about 35 in 8th grade.
I can believe it. She does so much with just her left hand. It's amazing to me sometimes.
Boney, Rivers,
Nice. She has 6 of the team's 8 points. Well, 7 points, excuse me.
And tonight she has started off shooting the ball well. We've seen her a little cold the last 2 times out.
She's already hot.
Zaria Fields returns. Under 2 minutes to play. That's Boney for 3. Jensen Edwards with the board. Good no call. That's a hack.
Is that 2 on Kreiner?
I believe so. That's going to get Kreiner her second, and that'll be the team's 3rd foul. Or actually, they actually called that on Willa Bannister.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were going to get Kreiner from behind. Jensen Edwards knocks the first one home. Jennifer Jacobs enters the ball game. And for the Wildcats, looks like Kasha McLucas will enter the ball game. Timeout. And as you see scrolling across the screen, our sponsors, Papa John's Pizza and ESPN Radio. So this, one of the key things with this game right here, if Hanover can pull out the victory here at home, puts them at 8-2, it would put 2 losses for the Buccaneers, and they would be 9-2.
Right.
And they have a couple games in between, but they wrap up the season at Hoggart.
Okay.
And if they can beat Hoggart, they can go from sitting at 3rd place most of the season to being in 1st place.
Yeah.
And then that would probably have a bunch of whole kinds of tiebreakers going on.
That would definitely shake things up.
Jensen converts both free throws. Essence runs it down. Stolen by Cindy Simpson. Nia Rivers the other way. Pull up, Lexi Melville. Tough pass, 1-hand skip pass across the top of the zone. Nia Rivers is fouled on the floor. Is that Azaria picking up her second?
I think that was Montasia.
That's the 4th team foul for the Wildcats. Inbounding will be the Bucks underneath. Left open, Lexi Melville looks
Oh,
good.
nice looking shot.
Lexi Melville.
You have to respect her shot.
Yes, Lexi comes into the ball game shooting right at 30% from behind the arc. 30 seconds left.
There we go.
Nice dump down to Essence Newkirk. She gets her first 2 points. Wildcats a chance to tie it or go ahead as we end the first quarter. Inside the Essence, good job using the glass.
Nice pass, nice finish.
Yeah, Azaria Fields comes in with 6 assists per game. Give it back to her. Rivers with the one hand.
I thought it was good.
18-foot jumper, just shy, just a little short.
A little short. Even the misses look good.
And this is a ball game, Chantar. 12-12, knotted at the end of one. We're going to go to the second quarter. Right before we do that, we'll thank some sponsors. Tonight's broadcast is made possible with the support of Papa John's Pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza. 95.9 FM and AM 630, ESPN Wilmington.
Get connected with your school system. Your School News covers news that matters for parents, guardians, and Greater New Hanover County. Telling the stories of student achievers.
Health science teachers Sonia Thigpen and April Ward announced that all 10 of their Laney health science students who took the Certified Nursing Assistance test passed both the written and skills CNA certification requirements.
Highlighting partnerships in discovery.
Captivated the minds of every student involved. Building and programming the robots was a challenging activity which had results they could see with their own eyes.
Featuring those events that prepare children for success in life. Your School News brings viewers more than 8 hours of school news and information, reporting on what's happening in the district, what students are learning, how the school system operates, and beyond. Your School News, only on this channel.
And for the Buccaneers, Lexi Melville with a big 3 ball. 1 free throw for Dasani Boney and 6 points for Nia Rivers. And Michelle Jacobs rounds out the scoring for the Wildcats. She has 2.
That quarter went by really fast.
I think what we had 4 fouls, 5 total fouls. 3 of those shooting fouls. The other ones were on the floor. Azaria gets stuck down on the block.
She has 2 people on her. Someone's open.
Inside the Essence Newkirk pump fake. Rivers alters that one. 3-point basket. Good box by Nia Rivers.
That was all her ball.
You know, the half coming up here after 7:20. I'm looking forward. I've only seen the kids on the video, but the dribble team from Snipes Elementary School is here, and they're going to be the halftime entertainment. Looking forward to seeing them live.
I want to see that too. They look ready.
Swing it to Amani Muhammad in the corner. Newkirk from the block, short. McLucas out rebounded by Jensen Edwards. She's ready to run the other way. Has Lexi Melville.
Nice.
Melville with the finish. Nice look by Jensen Edwards. Good finish by Lexi Melville. Dump down Muhammad to Newkirk, and Nia Rivers picks up the foul. Essence will shoot 2. Essence shooting only 31% from the free throw line. These are big for her. Jacobs and Kreiner return for the Wildcats. Essence is long. Good steal by Newkirk. And she gets, yes, she did. She certainly did. Essence averages 2 steals a game. Good drive.
Yeah, very nice.
Melville
She's
now
hot.
with 7 points. Kick it out.
For sure. That's when you look opposite. If you just got the ball from that side of the floor, look the other way.
Benson Edwards, no call made.
Oh, she might have got away with one. Fans are not happy.
Gets to the middle, dumps down to Kreiner. The pocket pass a little too hot to handle.
They used 2 hands for that one.
Asani Boney, number 13, returning. Jacobs will have a seat. And looks like the Wildcats will put a little 1-2-1-1 full court press. Tough to press with Edwards, Melville, and Rivers.
Yeah, 3 very good ball handlers.
Cindy Simpson blocked by Kreiner.
Good block.
Nia Rivers.
Yes, will not be denied.
She has 8. A high pick. Zaria Fields left alone. Oh, doesn't get the kind roll.
Close the
That's a
lid.
travel. Athletic play by Nia Rivers. I didn't see her get touched, so she wasn't fouled, but she just, as she ripped that board, she had a hard time keeping her feet. Monteza Sutton returns. Cindy Simpson almost comes up with the steal.
It's a dangerous pass.
Another pocket pass to Kreiner. She's long. Newkirk, Boney battle.
Oh. I think that was a jump ball, if anything.
Yeah, I thought we were going to go alternate possession.
Yeah.
And that one went on Cindy Simpson. Oh, hold on a second.
Have some confusion going on.
Yes.
Was there a foul or not?
It couldn't have been a foul on Cindy Simpson. Had to be a foul on.
I think everyone's confused.
Yeah, I think
right
we're
now.
getting corrections here. And there's the correction. Is foul went on Essence Newkirk.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's her first, team's 5th. Nice look down. Boney.
Nice.
Sonny Boney now with 3. Just a little over halfway to travel. She got caught up wanting to pass the ball to Michelle Jacobs. I don't think Jacobs was ready for it. And the defender stepped in the passing lane. She tried to pull up, but she took steps. Wave Transit doesn't travel too far from the port of Brogdon Hall, right out on Market Street. Wildcats need to stop. Melville from 19. Dumped into Nia Rivers, and that's going to be a finish every time.
I would call a timeout right now to stop the bleeding.
It's our first player in double figures with 10.
Are we surprised right now? She's our first player in double digits?
No,
not
at all. I mean, I actually, if I was coaching her, I think I would give her the green light a lot more than she actually takes it.
Absolutely. She's very unselfish.
Up to Jensen Edwards. Nia Rivers gets the steal. Jensen Edwards is fouled. Montasia Sutton picks up that foul. That's her second, team sixth. Jensen Edwards on the line. Jensen, the 75% free throw shooter. She knocks it home. Chance to get a 10-point lead.
And she does.
We were knotted at 12. So far, it is 12-2 here in the second quarter. Wildcats looking for a good possession. 3-ball would be important. That she's on the line. Back iron, run down by Azaria Fields inside the Kreiner, kicks it to Imani Muhammad. Back up top. Good smart move by Essence.
Pull that back out.
I like to see Azaria take it all the way to the hole a little bit more.
Or more.
Try to draw a foul. Good defensive stand right now by the Bucks.
They're not playing very aggressive right now.
Nobody's really looking for the shot.
No. Coach Sampson calls his first timeout.
And he calls a full timeout. And this is our next to the last broadcast for this basketball season. We will be broadcasting on February 8th from Sheila Bowles Gymnasium.
I heard it was really nice. I've yet to see it.
Yes, and you know, you've been to Laney's gym, and just the same gym pretty much, except to change the color scheme.
Yeah, you told me it was white, right?
Yes, it's white, and then the lighter
bigger.
blue, and it does appear a little bigger because of the lighter colors. And you know, no gym in town has the history, and you know, just the kind of, you could close your eyes and imagine the hoops games that were played in this place.
Exactly.
You know, Brogdon Hall, Gaston Court. The only place that I would say it holds close candle to is the Williston gym.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I used to spend time in that gym, and I used to close my eyes and think about Meadowlark Lemon playing in that gym.
Oh my goodness.
Sam Bowens and some of the classic ball games that took place there back in the 50s and 60s.
It seemed so big back then.
.242 to go. Down by 10. The Wildcats possess the ball. Michelle Jacobs back irons, rebound by Lexi Melville. Melville pressured by Azaria Fields. That was a double.
Yeah, that was a lot of things right there.
And we get a TO 30-second timeout by Coach Ashley Burchick.
That's a good timeout.
Of course, along the bench is the longtime Laney assistant, Russ Adams. Russ has been there forever under Sherry Tynes and hung out after the coaching change.
He looks younger every time I see him. I don't even know what's going on.
I'm sure he would appreciate that one. I'll make sure I'll let him know when I send the video link to him tomorrow. And I said, Shantar gave you props. Although, Shantar, you're actually lucky to be on air tonight. Aaron was asking me to ban you.
Why?
Due to your attestation of Tom Brady fan on Friday night.
I'll take the ban then.
Wildcats once again still in need of a stop. Try to cut this back to single-digit lead for the Bucks. They're just letting the clock go.
Yeah.
Nia Rivers kicks it to Boney. Boney, front of the rim, rebound Simpson. Rivers for three, bam.
Oh, yeah.
Nia Rivers with 13.
She's feeling it.
Yeah, she's got half the production of the Buccaneers offense.
She's so composed and calm. Are we sure she's a freshman?
Exactly. Good defense by the Bucks. Up ahead to Lexi Melville and the finish.
She's good.
Lexi Melville now with 9. And Rivers has got at least 5 assists as well.
She's everywhere.
Blocked
Nice
by
block.
Jensen. When we talked about legs, the Bucks, they have not lost legs.
I don't know what happened. They look fresh.
And we go under a minute. Left-hand finish. Little long. Essence hurries on the shot. They save it. 15-footer. It's long as well. Rivers pushes it again. Lexi Melville. The drive. And we're going to get. Ooh.
Oh.
And the block called on Michelle Jacobs.
Did he change mid-signal? What was happening
It
there?
did appear that he did change mid-signal. And that's the 1-and-1. That's the 7th team foul.
You're in the bonus and you're up.
Jacobs picks up her second.
She's good.
Lexi Melville, another stellar shooter from the stripe, 72%. Knocks them both home. Melville now with 11. Had 2 players for the Bucks in double figures.
Double digits.
A 16-point lead for the Buccaneers.
Nice shot.
Michelle Jacobs brings it back to 14. See if the Bucks will hold for the final shot of the half. And they do. It's down to 10. Jacobs guarding Jensen. That was good defense by Jacobs. Jacobs got to look up, see who's running with her. Jacobs, good job
Takes it all the way.
by Michelle Jacobs, quickly picking up the last 2 baskets. And Jensen Edwards did a good job not getting the foul.
Very smart.
And 13-point lead for the Lady Bucks.
Not what I predicted.
No, I did not think that this would be that margin of going into the second half.
No.
What's going to happen here in the second half for the Wildcats to get back in it at home?
Well, they have to be more aggressive. They have to respect the shooters, and you can't just let Rivers do what she wants to do. You know, you have to be everywhere on the court like she is. They're not communicating. I'm not sure what's going on there. They came out on fire.
Yeah, and Rivers is going to be a tough cover regardless because the 3 guards, Fields, Montasia Sutton, Amani Muhammad, and Michelle Jacobs really don't have the size to battle with her. And Essence would be the only one who could cover her, but then it takes her out of the middle. So it's going to be a tough comeback for the Wildcats, but we'll have it up for you. Now we have the Snipes dribbling team going to entertain you here during the half, and we're going to thank some sponsors, and we'll be back with the second half. Tonight's broadcast is made possible with the support of Better Ingredients, Better Pizza, Papa John's. ESPN Radio, 95.9 FM and AM 630. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second half. Enjoy the dribblers.
Your company can join these local businesses in offering students with disabilities the much-needed experience to compete in today's job market.
To see the kids every day come in and certainly have a sense of accomplishment and get to do a job well done, it's very enriching to not only the kids but also to all of us around here.
For young people with disabilities, participating in mentoring programs, job shadowing, and internships are great ways to make them stand out among other job applicants.
I'd say it's kind of a win-win. I mean, not only you're doing the right thing for the community and these kids, but you're also allowing them to grow and get the skills necessary to be successful in the future.
Internships serve as skill-building tools for students to obtain vital career development. If your business would like more information on how it can benefit from adding a student intern from New Hanover County Schools to its roster, please contact the Special Education Department now at 254-4445.
They're doing a fantastic job, and we couldn't be happier.
Welcome back to high school hoops. 31-18, the Buccaneers lead the Wildcats here at New Hanover High School. And the Wildcats trying to make this one a little bit more respectful and try to get back into it, Shantar.
Because that first half was a snoozer.
It certainly was, especially the second quarter.
Yeah.
Second quarter, the Wildcats lost. We're down 19-6.
Yeah.
And the Buccaneers were led by Nia Rivers with 13, Lexi Millville with 11. And on the Wildcat side, Essence Newkirk and Michelle Jacobs picked up 6 apiece. And the Buccaneers come out with Boney, Rivers, Simpson, Melville, and Edwards, countered by the Wildcats' Kreiner, Fields, Muhammad, Newkirk, and Jacobs. And it's tough to tell. In the very far corner there is a very large gentleman I got the chance to meet. Hopefully get him up here on the microphone during the third quarter of the boys game. That is 7'4", three-time Wooden Award winner, Ralph Sampson.
Man.
Jacobs, and that's picking up where she left off. Jacobs had 2 quick buckets right at the end of the second. She now has 8. And you know, Shantar, looking over there at Ralph Sampson, you know the ties of basketball bind very, very closely. Because standing next to him is his college coach from 1980 to 83.
Oh, wow.
Coach Terry Holland.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Certainly is. You know, it's a travel. I'm tickled to meet. I met Coach Holland a couple years back, and I was tickled to meet Ralph Sampson. You know, as a boy, I had posters of UVA team on my wall. Definitely watched Sampson play with Ricky Stokes and Odell Wilson and Rick Carlisle, Jeff Jones.
Wow.
And it's kind of neat to see and meet these guys here now many years later. And Essence Newkirk with the board. And here comes the Wildcats. Got a chance to cut this to single digits. Pull up, in and out. Kreiner with the rebound. Good patience. Newkirk short. Ball kept alive. Boney comes the other way. That's a travel as well. Oh, that's a phantom foul.
Okay.
I thought there was steps.
I did too.
And that's Azaria Fields.
Azaria appears to be laboring.
Montasia Sutton enters the ball game. Boney at the high post, kicks to Rivers. Pull up, gets the roll.
She picks up where she left off.
Certainly getting close to that season average of 17. So hopefully Coach Hilbert Sampson got into his girls at the halftime and told them they need to be more aggressive on the basket, especially on the offensive end.
It's a lot of standing around, a lot of one-on-one.
Rivers with her third block. She comes the other way, dumps it to Lexi Melville. Melville with a nice finish. Melville with 13. Lead back to 15. Azaria Fields is blanked right now. She's their leading scorer with 16 points, and now she's sitting on the bench with a couple fouls.
And she's definitely needed out here. It's a great floor general.
Good give and go. And that'll be jump ball.
Oh, foul. I'm not sure what's going on here.
And that's foul on Jensen Edwards.
Okay.
Willa Bannister checking in, number 33. That's the first team foul for the Bucks. The boys teams head back to the locker room. Aggressive D by the Bucks, and
careless turnovers.
yeah, a little too hot to handle for Muhammad.
It's like they're a step slow. Everyone's face cutting them. Not sure what's going on.
Rivers running the offense to the high post of Jensen Edwards. She's open for the jumper. Jump through.
The pass.
And Boney's fouled. Zamani Muhammad picking up the foul. Second team foul. Dasani Boney shooting 35%. And Fields checking back in. Boney converts on the first. So far, she is
Banks in the second.
3 for 6 from the free throw line. Fields thinks about it. Fields drives baseline, pull up. Michelle Jacobs just inside the arc, boarded by Rivers. Rivers pretty much coming very close right now to a double-double. I know she has at least 4 blocks. She probably has about 5 steals. And I'm pretty sure she's close to double digits on rebounds.
She's definitely filling up the stat sheet.
More time in this game, she could get the quadruple double. With the baby hook. She's fouled by Willa Bannister.
It's almost an and one.
And from the stripe, Sanaya Rivers shoots just at 50% clip. And that one looks good. Rivers with 16. Knocks them both home. Timeout for the Wildcats, full timeout. It's a 19-point lead, the largest lead of the night. And I do not believe that the Wildcats have been down this bad other than
possibly the Christmas tournament?
The Christmas tournament, Audrey Kell got them 52-37. But other than that, you know, than them beating folks, you know, they beat Northside Jacksonville 71-46. They beat Coastal Christian 67-25. They beat South Brunswick 66-10.
Wow.
But right now,
they're on the other side.
Yes, they're on the other side of that, and their point total's been doubled by the Lady Bucks. And again, this was a 5-point ball game at Michael Jordan Gymnasium.
And the Wildcats were up most of that game.
I mean, they just beat Jack Britt their last game out, 57-24. And with 10 days off, they look a little rusty.
They do. They really do. They look uninterested.
And this is not the time of the year to get uninterested.
Not at all.
And that's Michelle Jacobs for 2. Jacobs leading all Wildcat scorers with 10. Rivers back up to Jensen Edwards, chewing some clock on the Bucks right now. High post, high pick. Edwards pull up, she's hammered.
That's 3.
Is that going to be on Elizabeth Kreiner?
I think that's on
That's
Bannister.
on Azaria. That's Azaria Fields' 3rd foul. 4th foul. Jensen Edwards shooting 75%, knocks it home. Jensen right now 5 for 5 from the free throw line. A little long on this one,
Oh, you jinxed her.
but that Bucks get the rebound.
For
Pump
the
fake from the elbow.
Sweet.
Money.
Mhm.
You know, as the kids say nowadays, that was wet.
The things they come up with.
Rivers has 19. And Muhammad picks up her 3rd foul, team's 5th. Rivers get the ball on the side in front of the Buccaneer bench.
So what do you think is the difference between the 2 games?
I think definitely I think Rivers had 15 in the first game. And, you know, in this ball game,
And she struggled in the beginning of that game.
yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, in this ball game, the Wildcats had all kinds of scoring from a host of people. Azaria Fields, who's blank tonight with the goose egg, had 13. You know, they got great scoring from Newkirk at 6, and Amani with 6, Michelle Jacobs with 9. But tonight, you know, it was Jensen Edwards and Nia Rivers before, but this time getting well-rounded scoring from 4 players. Boney was 7. Jensen Edwards now has 5, 13 for Lexi Melville, and then 19 for Nia Rivers. You know, the only downfall, if you want to look at it this way, for the Buccaneers, they're not very deep.
Right. That's very true.
You know, they pretty much play 7 players, and that number 6 and number 7 player, they don't play that much.
No, not at all. They have their core, and they utilize it well.
And under a minute, still at a 19-point lead. Dump into Cindy Simpson. Rivers, rebound, put back, gets her own rebound again with the baby hook.
And she's good.
Nia Rivers with 21. The diaper dandy. Lexi Melville picks up the foul. I do not know, and I know in my 25 years here, I don't believe I've seen a freshman Star News Player of the Year.
No.
No. And Nia Rivers,
She's it.
she's pretty much going to be the Star News Player of the Year. Tim Howard, if you're listening out there, all right, there's where you know my vote and Chantar's vote lies.
Absolutely. She's a well-rounded player. High IQ, you know, on the floor. It's beautiful to watch. Nice take. Oh, good block.
Edwards thought she was fouled. Kreiner gets the block. And down 21, the Wildcats go into the 4th quarter. We're going to thank a sponsor, and we'll be back with the 4th quarter finish right after this brief break. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. ESPN Wilmington, AM 630 and 95.9 on your FM dial. Don't go away. We've got the fourth quarter coming up. And if the Wildcats can save face a little bit, they gotta compete for this entire fourth quarter and want to cut this lead as much as possible.
Make it a game.
Start your day with New Hanover County Schools, the morning show. This Rise and Shine program will put a smile on your face and a spring in your step. Best of all, you'll start the day a little smarter, knowing more about our district leaders and teachers, discovering new frontiers in science and technology, and getting the latest school news from across the district. New Hanover County Schools, the morning show, educating all viewers to achieve today and tomorrow in a global community. Only on this channel.
The buzzer sends us into the fourth quarter. Got us at court at Brogdon Hall. Don Osterbo and Shantar Waddell bringing you high school basketball at its best. Mid-Eastern Conference, New Hanover County Schools High School Hoops. A reminder, on Thursday the 8th, we will bring you the Wildcats visiting Sheila Bowles Gymnasium to face the John T. Hoggard Vikings. And that ball game was an overtime victory for the Lady Vikes versus the Wildcats.
Yep.
And in the boys' end, the Wildcats got the victory as well. And they're undefeated going into conference play tonight. That's a travel by Lexi Melville. And that's a great way to begin the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can follow it up with a bucket.
Let's see if that shifts the momentum. We'll see.
Muhammad drives, scoop shot. That's travel. Yes, she did a little pirouette. Second turnover by the Bucks.
Wildcats have to capitalize. And they do not. Oh.
Get bailed out.
Get out of the corner.
Muhammad drives, tries to dump down to Essence. And Muhammad's fouled on the floor. Fouls on Jensen Edwards. That's her first, or second, team's fourth.
I'm giving the ball to Jacobs. You know, she's been hitting. And here we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Michelle Jacobs.
Every time she has to touch it.
And she's got 12. And, you know, Fields is still sitting at a goose egg. Can't just leave Rivers.
Miscommunication.
Rivers finds Jensen Edwards for the easy bucket. Jensen Edwards now with 7. Muhammad just inside the arc. Newkirk runs it down, kicks it back to Muhammad. Muhammad's blocked out of bounds by Lexi Melville.
That's not a good shot to take at that point.
Very stagnant offensively tonight for the Wildcats. And a reach. Melville picks up her second 15 foul. See, wow. Rosario Fields had flashed the corner. She had the jumper. Pull up. Kreiner, the rebound and the putback.
I'm missing the chippy ones.
It's going to stick with the Wildcats. And we've been down this end quite often, but not really any points to show.
2 points from that end. Oh, good pass.
Essence has got to go strong.
You have to make that shot.
She has to go strong. She kind of faded away instead of going up in the
up.
Rivers.
I'm all on her right now.
3-point basket.
And it's good.
Lexi Melville. Lexi Melville with 16. above her season average of 12. And Rivers picks up the foul. It's only her second foul.
She didn't need that.
Team 6. Coach Berting doing jumping jacks. Russ Adams over there doing jumping jacks, trying to get the referee's attention for the timeout. The full timeout. And I believe what she's talking about right now is not so much this ball game,
right,
but making sure her girls, first of all, don't quit here and don't let up.
Right.
And they continue to play smart, protect the basketball. But I think she's coaching her kids for future ball games about, you know, what doing some execution, continue to execute.
And that's what it's all about at this point for them.
Yes. And 24-point lead, our biggest lead of the night.
Whew. I did not picture that coming here.
You know, I watched Coach Sampson just kind of grab the ball and hand it to the ref. I'm going back to the past 16 years that I've been out here and watched Coach Dixon right on the sidelines, and that wouldn't have been the way she handed the ball back.
Especially not at this point in the game.
Nope. And Kreiner's fouled. And that foul's on Sonny Boney, her second. That's going to be 1 and 1. And Kreiner shoots about 30% from the stripe. Montasia Sutton returns. All right, Shantara, let me ask you a dumb question. We have to give the Don and Shantara player of the game.
Oh my goodness, who should get this?
Yeah, I just really wonder who it should be as well.
Oh my goodness.
And I have a feeling it might be Deuce in the black jerseys. That's a lane violation. That goes against the Wildcats, so that second one doesn't count. Wildcats pick up full court. Hard to press it, Jensen Edwards.
You just can't take the ball from her.
Now, and she's not only is she a basketball player, she's also a soccer player, and she's strong with the ball.
And she has good footwork.
And she's used to getting bumped. There's a steal by the Wildcats, but picked up now by Simpson. And Simpson fouled by Imani Muhammad. And Muhammad picks up her fourth. That's a 16 foul. And the inbounds will be under the basket for the Bucks. Back to her. And Kreiner gets a piece of the arm. That's Kreiner's second. 17th foul. Nia Rivers adding to the stat book.
Nice looking shot.
And she has 22. She'll tie her mark last night at 23. And so far, I have her as 4 for 5 from the free throw line as well. Pulled up by Michelle Jacobs, front iron, good backside rebound. Tries a little Euro step.
always good when you can laugh at yourself.
Humility is great trait.
Absolutely.
Wildcats putting a lot of pressure on the ball, maybe a little too late. As we go halfway through the fourth quarter. Jensen Edwards with the reverse.
Sweet.
Jensen now with 9. Somebody's got to shoot the ball. Block again by Nia Rivers.
Oh, yeah.
Back to her. Nicely done by Nia Rivers and Lexi Melville.
They have great team chemistry.
Certainly do. Both of those the team leaders tonight. 18 points for Lexi Melville. Three-point basket.
Short.
And that may be one of the few mistakes by Rivers there. Mishandled it on the baseline, gives it back to the Wildcats. Coming in for the Wildcats, number 30, Sadaya Gibbs. No foul called on that one.
That one there.
And that was a reach. Kreiner with the push. Third foul. And we are in the 1-and-1. And Nia Rivers chance to boost her total to 25. She's in and out on the first. For the Wildcats coming in, Wasada Turner, Tasha McLucas, number 32, number 50, Shaquela Hill for the Wildcats. I believe the next stop we'll see Coach Berting empty her bench. Jennifer Jacobson, number 14 for the Bucks. Backdoor to Boney. Shaquela Hill with the foul. And we're one away from the double bonus. Boney shooting free throws. Sonny Boney with 8 points tonight, well above her 5-point average tonight. Nia Rivers, Jensen Edwards, Lexi Melville, Sydney Simpson all take a seat into the ball game for the Buccaneers. Caroline Locklear, number 32, number 30. Daylene Thompson, number 34, Tiara Jackson. And now number 21, Emma Malott, whose sister Angel is a senior and has been unable to play for tough luck. Two ACL surgeries back to back.
Wow.
I see her working hard in rehab while I'm rehabbing my shoulder.
Ouch.
Inside, Shaquela Hill, she backs Jacobs, Emma Malott down. Shaquela Hill gets a bucket. And we you know, the senior Lexi Melville comes in with a huge ball game, has 19, but the freshman kind of steals the show.
Yeah, it was her show.
Yeah, she steals the show. She ends up with 23 back-to-back nights. And she will be the recipient of the Don and Shantar Player of the Game.
She definitely earned that, yeah.
And, you know, that might be where that Rice Krispie treat goes to. Instead of the one that me turning it down, we could just give it to the Player of the Game.
I'll do that. That's good. We can do that.
Kayla Hill with another little jumper. Montasia with the left-hand runner.
I don't know how she shoots that. It's very quick.
A little push shot from the shoulder. Michelle Jacobs has been the only offense for the Wildcats tonight.
Yeah.
So Essence Newkirk had 6 going into the first half, at the end of the first half, but Jacobs now with 14. And Montasia Sutton, she's got 4 now. Just a little over a minute to go. And Montasia Sutton fouls Caroline Locklear.
They're shooting.
Yeah, I believe that should be shooting. Locklear will shoot 2. And Locklear knocks it home. Locklear picks up 2 free throws.
Jacobs she remains hot.
Yes, she does. Jacobs
Oh.
had 6 in the first half. And now she has 10. Take her to 16 points. Locklear trying to get her biggest game of the year.
Oh.
And she's a little short on the free throw shot. Caroline, these are her first free throws of the year, these last 4. And she's 3 for 4. Pick out front, Montasia Sutton, Jacobs. Rolls around, goes to the Bucks. They get it in. Jacobs.
That's fitting.
There we go. Jacobs with 18. Under 10. Pull up for 3. It's long, saved by Malott. And 0.5 to go. That's going to be our ball game, Shantar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all I have too. Wow.
Yes, 23-point victory.
Wow.
And not what we expected.
Not at all.
And Shantar, we can't say enough about Nia Rivers' ball game tonight.
Yeah.
23 points, and she did everything. She fed the ball, scored the ball, rebounded the ball, blocked the ball. And she showed that why we saw Sylvia Hatchell last weekend.
Absolutely.
And that we're probably going to see other coaches coming to New Hanover County to watch Nia Rivers over the course of the next 3 years. And the question will be, you know, how where are we going to play out here? It's looking at, they're going to probably, Laney and Hoggard are going to be the 1-2 in the 4A. Of course, Hanover's still going to be the top 3A pick for the playoffs going into the state playoffs. You know, and we got a second season coming up as well, the Mid-Eastern Conference playoffs after the 8th on our final regular season ball game.
Right.
And once again, that was Nia Rivers with 23. She gets the Donna Santar Player of the Game, and she's followed up with Lexi Melville, the senior, scoring 19 points. And huge victory for the Laney Bucks, who the Bucks go to 19-2 and 10-1 overall. All right, Santar, good talking to you again. I'll see you next Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Over at Hoggard High School. And we're going to thank some sponsors, and then we're going to have some in between the game break. And then we'll have the boys game right after that short break. Tonight's broadcast is made possible with the support of better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. And 95.9 FM, AM 630 on your AM dial, ESPN Wilmington. Thanks for coming out and watching. Join us for the boys game next. For Chantal Waddell, I'm Don Osterbo. See you shortly.